Stojakovic for West. The pass deflected and picked off. Here comes Parker. West is back. Parker is fouled.
The Spurs number 2.
Here comes Ginobili. Nice lead for Parker. Oh, what a move! Eliminated the Magic in the first round. Parker lost his balance, able to recover. Here's Bowen again for 3. That's his second from that right-hand corner. With Reggie Miller, Craig Sager, we're at the New Orleans Arena. And the Big Easy, a capacity crowd on hand. That's been the story in recent weeks for the Hornets. Ginobili able to recover, finding Duncan. Bowen again for 3. They continue to leave him open, and the foul off the late reaction. Bowen with 16 points. He's hit 5 from downtown.
Bruce Bowen out here looking like Ray Allen, Dale Ellis combined from beyond the arc.
San Antonio lead. Spurs down 9 of 14 from three-point range. Parker with room. 15,000 a game here in the Big Easy. It's a 7-point San Antonio lead with 1.5 minutes to go in this first half. Parker goes to a second option, and that is number 3 on Chris Paul. 3 fouls on Paul. Right here, let's check in with Ernie Johnson back in our Atlanta studios. Ernie. Bowen was bet on the switch. Here's Parker for 3. Tony.
So this is something that really emerged for Tony Parker during the finals last year. Mike Brown and the Cavs were really playing him for that jump shot, and he really torched them in the finals.
Just under 6 to play in this third quarter. Stojakovic, a time of force. Here comes Parker. Ball has to be careful. He stepped away. Did not want to pick up number 4.
Well, he's got 3 fouls.
Well, the end result of that was the foul on Bowen that sent Paul to the line. Here's Parker. 19. Vaughn, who just checked back in, gets it out to Michael Finley, played by Bonzi Wells. Good defense here by the Hornets. 2 on the shot clock. Vaughn with a beautiful scoop.
And that is the only thing, and the only way that Jacques Vaughn is going to hurt you is by laying. If I'm Chris Paul, you've got to space him and let him take the jump shot.
Including the playoffs here in New Orleans. And the good ball movement. Barry for 3. Yes.
And that's
and when West has had big games, they have beaten the Spurs. Crowd wanted to travel on Parker. They thought he shuffled his. Chris Paul heading into the playoffs. The lack of postseason experience, but that obviously has not been a factor.
Coming out party.
Tony Parker.
Right.
20 points for Stojakovic. Parker penetrates.
As this series continues.
The Hornets outscored the Spurs in the third quarter as Udoka gets inside by the defending champions. Wells is rejected. Oh, look out, Paul in a collision with Vaughn, and you have to wonder about that foul.
Well, it was good because you stopped the fast break right there. That's only Chris Paul's first foul. You never want to give a team any momentum in a fast break. It was a long rebound, and nice little hip check there by CP3.
Paul and Barry in the backcourt with Ori up front along with Oberto and Udoka. Oberto. Shot clock down to 6. Chandler moves out against Ginobili. Duncan went for the bank and was fouled. So the Spurs, fortunate, bailed out. Chris Paul picks up the foul, the second.
Well, the Hornets and Chris Paul got caught on Tim Duncan down low. Ginobili does a good job of throwing it up high. Duncan was just going to turn around and use the glass.
San Antonio down by 12. Ginobili open for 3. And there was miscommunication.
Yes, it was.
Fade away by West, not there. Tap back out by Chandler, but right to Parker. He's pushing it and lays it in as San Antonio finally getting beautifully and knocks down the baseline jumper, his second field goal of the night.
Just love the pace in which Chris Paul plays the game. He dictates the pace at which he goes.
Parker with the floater draws the foul, and goal number
6 for 8. Peja Stojakovic, who has now drawn Bruce Bowen when he's on offense, has not taken a shot yet.
And Stojakovic with 47 points in the first 2 games of this series. Parker answers Paul's.
It's a matchup that in one of the games in the regular season was what San Antonio elected to do, and Stojakovic struggled.
The Spurs started very cold, but have now hit their last 6 shots, make it 7. The classic Park baseline. Look at Pargo sky for it, almost come down to the offensive board. Parker pushing, and Paul reaches in and commits the foul, his second, and now having to control his emotions, doesn't want to pick up a tee. Thomas and Ginobili out. Bowen comes back. Brent Berry comes in as you check out the foul call.
That's one. He is absolutely beat. So you've got to rely on your rotations. He's too valuable to the team to give away a foul in that particular instance.
So it's part of the people they can put out there on the floor.
Good team speed.
Bowen having trouble finding somebody. Bowen in the other corner. Knocks it down. Parker, the pull-up jumper, got it.
That was easy. Chris Paul gets hung up on the screen. When you see a pick and roll coming.
Fair the entire night. Paul to step back, Jay. Rebound, Ginobili. Nice pass to Parker. Parker hits his
with a little bit of Pistol Pete in him. Those are the kinds of plays. That's a great description.
Ginobili finds Parker. 27 for Tony Parker. Now Duncan finds Bowen, and they've got time. Bowen says to Parker, reset.
Bowen's made a lot of those corner jump shots, but understanding a new 24, good decision.
Parker slithers in and scores. Face 35-9 for Paul. They are friends, and they're probably, if you ask them, they'd be the president of each other's fan club right now, the way that each has played tonight. Parker with a jumper. Got it!
The look of disbelief. What's Chris Paul's face as he sticks that jumper?
Time is running out on New Orleans here tonight. The Spurs down by as many as 8 in the first half as Paul fouls Parker. The Spurs with a very...
But Tony Parker says, well, you give good, I give good. The jumper in the face of his counterpart, Chris Paul. Great stuff.
Hornets get back as Parker beats Paul off the dribble.
And that's what Popovich wants. When you
now, Ginobili reaches in for the steal. Thomas with the pick. Parker, yes.
And she said, if you come back here, we'll make you one next time.
Very, very nice. And here is Tony Parker with a good setup for Tim Duncan. And Reggie, I know another beautiful move by Paul. He's opened up 3 of 4 with 8 bars.
And you see all these pick and rolls that Tony Parker is putting Chris Paul in. It's a lot like a prize fight. They want to wear Chris Paul down as the game goes on. And struggling coming into this second round series with the Spurs.
And after providing instant offense all season and in Game 5 against Dallas, has not shot well. Parker has. Tony Parker.
Wide open jump shot. You drive into traffic right there. Spurs do a good job. Calls the traveling situation.
Julian Wright, first-round pick, rookie out of Kansas, has played well in this series. Parker gets inside. Nice pass from Duncan.
It was almost like Tony Parker was posting up Chris Paul down low.
Udoka playing well. Greg Popovich staying with him.
Byron Scott might have to bring back David West quicker as Tony Parker again from the outside. 7.
Once again, the good ball movement by the Spurs. Ginobili. Yes. So this is a franchise that has come a long way, taking the first 2 games of this best of 7. After winning the opening round series, Finley able to knock it.
So wait till he gets into a series of dribbles, because if they come on the catch, it's too much of the rotation for the Hornets to get back to.
Oh, beautiful pass. Parker for Udoka. Stojakovic stopped by Duncan who came over to help. It's a 3-on-1 with Paul back. Udoka is fouled. Paul picks up his 3rd.
Tony Parker, this is one thing that's overlooked in his game. Gets into the lane, finds the cutting Udoka for the easy lay-in. The Spurs in a rout.
Now West played by Thomas. Blocked by Thomas. Paul trying to pick up a charge. Here's Parker all the way. It counts and the foul. What a move by Parker. Although Paul and this crowd felt that there should have been an offensive foul, back the other way.
How about Tony Parker? The concentration it takes right here. Gets the outlet pass, takes a hit from Chris Paul, gets down the middle. Melvin Eli coming from behind.
Parker draws the double. Michael Finley, who just came on. Shot clock down to 2. Finley has to force it and hits. Goes glass with a.
Not shooting particularly well. 39% for the Hornets. This is right up the Spurs alley.
Crowd wanted to travel on Parker off that trap, and a foul is called the other way. It's on Paul. That is his first. Both teams are now over the foul limit.
People here wanting a Tony Parker travel right here. He picks up the basketball, gets caught in the double team. Kind of looked like he shuffled his feet a little bit.
So Robert Horry will go to the line off the foul committed by Paul, and as we it's a within 2. Horry setting the screen. Parker, oh what a move. Put the brakes on, then Ginobili. Crowd wanted to travel. Shot clock to 5. Parker gives it to Ginobili, shoots a long 3 and hits at the shot clock buzzer. West, Chandler missed the tip, rebounded by Duncan. The long outlet handled by Parker. He's on the move, and he scores.
Well, that was a nice outlet.
It's by 14. Minute and a half left in the quarter. Parker with the spin, had nowhere to go, but threw the foul. It's on Paul, that's his second.
That was a rare drop.
Puts the Hornets over the foul limit.
Well, we don't know if all those licks might have took its toll on Tony Parker.
Well, Parker knocks it down. You have Tony Charlotte, Pargo, rebound Duncan. Glenn Rice put up 39 for Charlotte against the Knicks back in April of '97. Beautiful move by Parker. All right, thank you, Craig. Foul on Gennaro Pargo. Here's Udoka for 3.
It's on defense that they play at home so well and doing it here in San Antonio. Parker, Alberto. Dangerous pass stolen by Parker. Parker, foul in the act of shooting. Oh, picks up his first. So we'll have a
Oh, man. I'm not Pumbaa.
Parker. Long-range jumper from Parker.
Good read again by Chris Paul, recognizing that Bruce Bowen was cheating the play, blows by him basically.
They double Duncan. Ginobili wide open. Another three. Back-to-back three-point. What he does, he just does so many things to help a team win.
And he may be all-NBA third team, but he may be first team all-competitor in this league. And when you need his best, man, he just delivers.
Well, you think about it, his own coach compared his competitive juices to Kobe Bryant, and we know where that is.
Well, he said,
like watching the spirit he played the game with. Up 20, down 20, close game, whatever it was, you got his same passion.
foul away from the ball. Hornets in the penalty. Second foul on Chris Paul.
Deep.
But you look at all the offensive efficiency. As a turnover to start, Parker puts it in. I was just about to say the Hornets should 25 a game. Just incredible numbers for a young point guard. Parker. This time nobody comes out. Parker makes him pay.
Currently being assessed by their head athletic trainer, Terry Koffler. He did tell me that David West is in a tremendous amount of pain. They think that he re-aggravated that pinched nerve suffered in Game 5. Has eyes on it, is not expected to return.
Doesn't make a difference.
3 rebounds in that loss here in New Orleans. And the double with Stojakovic helping out. Now Peterson comes over as the second man. Ginobili shoots and hits from downtown.
Well, if you're going to double team Tim Duncan, you're going to have to come
over the course of his career. Duncan, yes, he line drives it. What an 45 coming into tonight. Wells now guarding Parker. Udoka. Here's Bowen on a quick release from downtown. Just didn't beat the shot clock.
To take Tyson Chandler.
Here comes Pargo. Parker putting the move on Paul. Got the step. That counts. And a foul. Beautiful maneuver by Tony Parker.
And it's because he kept the ball so low on Chris Paul, who was reaching in the whole way. The pass was kind of low coming out of the double team by Tim Duncan. Parker does a good job of keeping the ball low and putting Chris Paul on his right shoulder.
Foul. Kicking it out. West for 3. Rebounded by Parker. Paul wanted a foul on Parker. Parker goes all the way. And he draws the foul. That counts. And Tony Parker will head to the line.
You talk about Tony Parker. Both of these point guards putting
beyond that three-point line. Stojakovic. Rebounded by Duncan. We're coming up on a minute left in the half. Ginobili again. Manu Ginobili catching fire after a slow. After starting out 1 of 8 from the field, Manu Ginobili has knocked down his last 3 shots.
Well, you're going to have to run shooters off their spot. And right there, Chris Paul was slow to close out. You got to run them off that three-point line.
12 with a minute left in the third. Marv Albert, Reggie Miller, Craig Sager. Ori for 3, yes! That is his second from down.
Need the basket and had the presence of mind of finding Robert Ori for that 3.
And Parker is fouled. It's a non-shooting foul, only the 3rd team foul. Picked up by Paul.
And Robert Ori, public enemy number 1 here in New Orleans.
Oh, Ginobili went behind the back. Ginobili tried to go glass, and he's fouled. Foul in the act. Pushing foul called on West. The Spurs have opened up a 15-point lead. Now they changed the call. It's Paul called on the foul.
It looked like Chris Paul had kind of pushed Ginobili as he was in the air down low to kind of throw off his balance a little bit.
Took a long walk along the sideline to think about it, and he is staying. with Duncan. Ginobili lost his balance. Paul tried to take it away. And a foul is called on Paul. Scott Foster makes the call.
And Byron Scott is livid right now because he's saying it's a loose ball. Chris Paul has every opportunity to be aggressive and try to get it, try to go after the basketball. Right here, Ginobili stumbles. Right now, it is a loose ball. Chris Paul has every right to go after it.
Instead, it's number 4 on
an open look for Parker, who just knocked down their 3 on the previous possession.
Final minute of the 4th quarter. Parker, yes!
Oh, cash money.
A clutch shot for Tony Parker to extend the lead with 50 seconds to play in this 4th quarter.
Look at Tony Parker telling Tim Duncan to kind of move the screen down. He felt that the guards were going underneath there. You move the screen down, you get a cleaner look at the basket.
For only the 3rd time in 25 games, standing ovation for the New Orleans Hornets from the home crowd as time has run out and the San Antonio Spurs have defeated the New Orleans Hornets 91-82 to win Game 7 as the defending NBA champs now move on to the conference final to go